Alright, starting off we have logging. Logging is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. As a logger, you are tasked with the risky job of cutting trees. Now I know what you're thinking. Trees? Puh, aren't those just plants? Well yes, my humble viewer, they're plants alright. Plants that happen to cause funerals to be arranged. When logging, you are surrounded by many dangers, primarily these seemingly harmless plants. Logging deaths are usually attributed to momentum. This momentum of course coming from heavy logs that are either sliding, rolling, or falling. When these logs start moving, there is no way a human body can stop the blow. When safety measures aren't taken, these individuals can be victims of severe fatalities. However, that's not the only reason this job is so dangerous. Workers can be struck by flying debris, crushed by heavy machinery, hit by the recoil of chainsaw. Look, I could continue down this list for a couple minutes, or you could get that life insurance policy. The choice is yours. Aircraft piloting. Yep, those things flying above your head all the time that you don't really think about can kill you at any moment. Well, not really, unless you happen to be on them. Aircraft pilots are tasked with controlling and managing a 200,000-pound machine 35,000 feet in the air. On paper, this seems like a bad idea all around, yet planes take off and land successfully all day, every day, all year round. So where's the danger? Well, most casualties come from accidents, usually from weather and mechanical or pilot errors. When flying, it's always important to make sure the weather conditions are right before takeoff. When bad weather occurs, it can interrupt the pattern of airflow, which causes the plane to lose lift and eventually crash. Likewise, if the pilot isn't well rested or the plane isn't checked thoroughly, this can cause issues as well. And of course, having issues in the middle of the sky is a problem, given you can't do much about it until you touch the ground. Ideally in one piece. Mining machine operators. By now, you've probably caught on to a trend. If you want to live longer, stay away from heavy machinery. Unfortunately, as a mining machine operator, that's kinda the whole job. These operators are responsible for controlling self-propelled machines that rip rock, metal, and ores out of the ground. This job is hazardous for pretty obvious reasons. I mean, you're digging in a dark, poorly ventilated cave. Nothing about that screams safety. What makes this job dangerous is what was previously stated. Miners can be victims of the roof falling above them while mining. They can also be breathing in dust due to poor ventilation. This poor ventilation is also responsible for explosions. Methane and coal dust can build up, and if safety measures aren't taken, an explosion can occur. Miners can also be caught in machinery, and due to how loud it is, screams can go unnoticed. Fortunately, mining incidents have declined in previous years due to technology and preventive programs. Construction. Constructing buildings is a daunting task for any human to complete. Buildings are the biggest structures humans are capable of making, so far. So it should come to no surprise that such a huge structure harbors many possible dangers. Construction workers perform a wide variety of tasks that are used to create buildings. This usually involves building foundations, roofs, and walls, as well as assembling and installing structural components. They can do this using hand tools or with the help of machinery for larger objects. For this reason, construction has a lot of moving parts that can bring several risks to the job. Workers can be struck by heavy equipment or be exposed to toxic particles like asbestos. But the worst danger of all for construction workers is the possibility of falling. Working so high up with little to no support means dropping to your death is more common. There are preventive measures like guardrails with harnesses, but they have to build them, which kinda puts us back at square one. Power linemen. Pretty much all homes and businesses need power throughout the day. This power comes from power plants that generate a large amount of energy which then moves through wires. These wires are usually outside, and as a consequence they can end up damaged. A power lineman is responsible for maintaining and repairing these damaged wires. This consequently puts them directly next to an immediate danger. Besides needing to be very high in the air to reach these wires, they also work in hazardous weather. Power linemen can potentially work in the snow, extreme heat, and even the rain. The primary threat to these workers is directly in front of them. When high voltage power lines are cut or otherwise damaged, they can cause workers to be electrocuted. Unfortunately, at this scale, we're basically looking at a human-sized bug zapper. And when we hear that sound, we know it's over. Now, there are of course many other jobs that are dangerous. There's no need to rant about how your job has a higher KD in the comments. It's not a competition. These workers risk their lives so we can enjoy our liberties without worry, and for that, I'm grateful. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Stay cool and peace out.